Shrimad Bhagavatham. The glory of Shrimad Bhagavatam Mahapurana. Extract from Padma Purana. Discourse on Dialogue between Narada and Bhakti in a living form. We sing the glory of Shri Krishna, who is all truth, all consciousness, and all bliss, who is responsible for the creation, sustenance, and destruction of the universe, and who puts an end to the threefold agony, that is, that having its origin in one's own body or mind, 2. That inflicted by other creatures, and 3. That having its source in natural calamities. When Vedavyasa, who was born in an island, saw his son Shuka going away all alone with the intention of leading the life of a recluse, even though the latter had not been invested with a sacred thread and accordingly had no occasion to perform any secular or religious duties, the sage felt distressed at the thought of his separation from the latter and called out, "Hello, my son." At that time it was the trees that responded on his behalf, filled as they were by his presence. I bow to that juvenile sage, Shuka, who being one with the universal spirit has access to the hearts of all created beings. Bowing to Sutta of exalted wisdom, seated in Naimisharanya, Shaunaka, who was clever at enjoying the flavor of the nectar like stories connected with the Lord, said as follows. Shaunaka submitted, "O Sutta, possessing as you do the splendor of millions of suns capable of completely dispelling the darkness of ignorance, kindly narrate to us the best part of Lord's stories which may prove as nectar to my ears. How does the great power of discernment which is obtained through devotion, spiritual enlightenment, and dispassion grow, and how our delusion and infatuation got rid of by the devotees of Lord Vishnu? In this terrible age of Kali, living beings, men, have mostly acquired diabolical nature. What is the royal road to their purification, assailed as they are by the fivefold afflictions in the form of nescience, egotism, likes, dislikes, and fear of death? Pray point out to us now the means which may ever prove to be the best of all expedients conducive to blessedness, the most purifying of all purifying agencies, and which may lead to the attainment of Sri Krishna. The Chintamani, a gem reputed to be capable of granting all one's desires, can provide only worldly enjoyments, and the wish-wielding tree of the gods, the riches of heaven. A worthy preceptor, however, when pleased, is capable of granting the title to attain Vaikuntha, the realm of Vishnu, hard to win even for the yogis. Sutta replied, "Shaunaka, surely there is love in your heart for the Lord, and therefore, after due deliberation, I shall disclose that which is the essence of all established conclusions. Nay, I shall tell you that which is capable of dispelling the fear of transmigration, is prone to swell the tide of devotion, and conducive to the gratification of Sri Krishna. Pray hear it attentively. The holy scriptures known by the name of Shrimad Bhagavatham was expounded in this age by Kali by the sage Shuka with the object of completely destroying the fear of being caught in the jaws of the serpent of time. There is no means other than this conducive to the purification of the mind. One gets to hear Shrimad Bhagavatam only when there is virtue earned in one's past lives." When the sage Shuka had taken his seat in the assembly of sages in order to give his exposition of the holy scripture to the royal sage Parikshit, the god arrived there in a body actually holding a pitcher full of nectar. Bowing to Sri Shuka, the gods, who are all skilled in accomplishing their end, submitted, "Accept this nectar brought by us. Pray vouchsafe to us in exchange the nectar of your discourse. When this barter is made, let the celestial beverage be quaffed by the king Parikshit, while we shall all drink deep of the nectar in the shape of Shrimad Bhagavata, the beverage of the gods, and an exposition of this holy scripture bear no comparison with each other in this world, any more than a piece of glass and a precious gem can be likened to each other. Thinking thus, Sri Shukra, to whom the knowledge of Brahma stood revealed, laughed away the gods on that occasion, so the tradition goes. Knowing them to be anything but devotees, he did not confer on them the nectar in the shape of an exposition of holy scripture. Thus, the story of Shrimad Bhagavata is a rarity even for the gods. In the former days, even Brahma, the creator, was astonished to witness Parikshit's emancipation that way as a result of hearing an exposition of Shrimad Bhagavata. In the Satyaloka, his own realm, Brahma, the birthless god, set up a balance and weighed on it the various courses of spiritual discipline. And lo, all others small, while this one, Srimad Bhagavata, proved superior in point of weight. All the hosts of seers experienced great wonder on that occasion. They came to regard the holy book of Shrimad Bhagavata as an embodiment of Lord Himself in the Kali age and capable of conferring the reward of speedy access to Vaikunta, the divine realm of Lord Vishnu, by merely being read or heard. And heard from beginning to end in a week's time, it definitely bestows emancipation. Formerly, it was made the subject of a discourse to Narada by kind-hearted sages Sanaka and others. Though the story of Shrimad Bhagavata had already been heard by Narada, that celestial sage, through his relationship with Brahma, the procedure of hearing it in a week's time was disclosed to him by the above-mentioned sons of Brahma. Shaunaka said, "How did Narada, who is above all worldly controversies and does not remain fixed at one place, develop a taste for hearing the procedure of listening to the story of Shrimad Bhagavata, and where did he meet them?" Sanaka and his 3 brothers. Sutta resumed, "Here shall I narrate to you an episode connected with devotion, which was related to me in private by Sri Shuka himself, accounting me his devoted disciple. Once upon a time, it is said, the above-named 4 sinless sages arrived in Badarikashrama for the sake of satsanga, fellowship with saints. There they came across Narada. The sons of Brahma said, 'O self-realized saint, why have you pulled a long face? How is it that you are afflicted with worry? Where are you proceeding to in haste, and where have you come from? You appear lost at this moment, like a man whose wealth is gone. This is, however, not becoming of you, who have given up all attachments. Please point out the reason.' Narada submitted, 'Knowing the earth to be the best of all spheres, as a matter of fact, I came here and visited Pushkara and Prayaga, Kashi and Godavari, Nasik, Haridwara, Kurukshetra, Srirangam and Setubandha, Rameshwaram. Though wandering hither and thither in these and other places of pilgrimage, I found nowhere such joy as would cause satisfaction to my mind. This earth stands assailed at present by the age of Kali, the helpmate of unrighteousness. There is no truthfulness, asceticism, purity of body and mind and compassion, nor there is liberty to the poor. The people are wretched and engaged only in filling their bellies. They make false statements. They are indeed slow, extremely dull-witted, of poor luck and afflicted. Those who pose as saints are constantly engaged in preaching false doctrines. Those who have apparently renounced the world are rich in worldly possessions and have become family men. Women rule the house. Brothers of one's wives are the only counselors. Out of great people sell their daughters. There are frequent quarrels between husband and wife. Hermitages, places of pilgrimages and rivers are controlled by foreigners, and temples here have been destroyed in large numbers by those wicked people. There is no yogi nor one who has attained perfection, no enlightened soul, and no man performing righteous deeds. All spiritual discipline stands consumed by the wildfire of Kali Yuga. In this age of Kali, people at large take to the vocation of selling food grains. Brahmanas sell the knowledge of the Vedas, and women make their living by prostitution. Observing the evils of Kali Yuga as aforesaid, while touring round the earth, I at last reached the bank of the Yamuna and the scene of the pastimes of Sri Krishna. There I saw a wonderful phenomenon. Pray, hear of it, O great sages. A young woman was found sitting there distressed at heart. Two old men were lying unconscious by her side, breathing hard. The young woman was nursing them. She tried sometimes to bring them to consciousness, and at other times wept before them. She looked all around in search of the Lord, the protector of her body. She was being fanned and admonished by hundreds of women again and again. Seeing this from a distance, I, for my part, went near her out of curiosity. The girl rose to see me and, agitated in mind, spoke to me in the following words. The girl said, "Hello, stay a while, O pious soul, and put an end to my worry, too. Your very sight is the best means of completely driving away the sins of the world. My grief will be assuaged to a great extent by your admonition. Then alone does your sight fall to one's lot when there is great luck." Narada said, "Who are you? How are these two men related to you? Who are these lotus-eyed girls standing beside you? Point out in detail the cause of your misery, O worshipful lady." The girl replied, "I am known by the name of Bhakti, devotion. These two are regarded as my sons. They are Gnana, spiritual enlightenment, and Vairagya, dispassion by name, and have become worn out by the process of time. These girls again are the rivers Ganga and others, gathered together in living forms for doing service to me. Yet happiness does not come to me, even though I am waited upon by celestial damsels. Now hear you my story with an attentive mind, O sage, rich in ascesis. My tale is a long one too, yet hear it and give me some solace. Such as I am, I was born in the Dravida province and attained maturity in Karnataka. I was respected here and there in Maharashtra and attained a ripe age in Gujarat. Mutilated by heretics due to the arrival of the fearful age of Kali and continuing in that state for a long time, I grew weak and developed sluggishness along with my two sons. Reaching Vrindavana, however, I stand refreshed, as it were, and endowed with extreme comeliness. I have now become quite young again, acquiring a most lovable exterior. These two sons of mine lying here are, however, experiencing great agony due to exhaustion. Leaving this place, I am now proceeding to another place. My sons have attained old age. I am afflicted with this agony. Though their mother, why should I be young, and wherefore should my sons be old? Although we three live together, why is this incongruity? The natural thing is the mother should be old and the sons young. With my mind seized with wonder, I deplore myself. Kindly declare, O sage, what may I be the cause of this, O repository of yoga? Narada replied, with my sense of intuition, I perceive in my mind all this misery of yours as well as its causes, O sinless one. You should not give way to despondency. Shri Hari will bring you happiness. Sutta continued. Having come to know the reality in a moment, Narada, the great sage, spoke as follows. Narada said, Listen attentively, O young lady. The present is the terrible age of Kali. Righteous conduct, the path of yoga, union with God, and austerities have disappeared under its influence. Practicing roguery and evil deeds, people are turning out to be so many replicas of the demon Agha, whose story appears in Shrimad Bhagavatham 10:12. In this age of Kali, righteous men remain dejected and the unrighteous feel overjoyed indeed. That clever man alone who maintains firmness in this age is learned and wise. Year after year, this earth is gradually becoming a burden of Lord Sesha, a burden for Lord Sesha, the serpent god. It is not worth looking at and even touching with one's feet. No sign of good luck is to be seen anywhere either. Nobody even perceives you with your sons at present. Neglected by men, blinded with love for pleasures, you stand enfeebled. Due to contact with Vrindavana, you have become young and fresh again. Deserving of praise, therefore, is Vrindavana, where bhakti dances with joy. These two sons of yours, however, are not able to shake off their old age due to lack of men having demand for them here. Their deep slumber here is believed to have been brought about by the partial gratification of their self through their contact with the Lord. Bhakti said, how was the impious Kali actually given an abode here? And the age of Kali having set in, how did the valuable essence of all substances disappear? How is all this unrighteousness too tolerated by the all-gracious Sri Hari? Praise resolve this doubt of mine. I feel gratified by your words, Narada said. Since I have been questioned by you, O young lady, listen with love. I shall tell you everything, O blessed one, and your faint-heartedness will disappear. From the very day Lord Sri Krishna, the bestower of liberation, left this earth and ascended to his own realm, the age of Kali, which balks all spiritual endeavors, set in. Seeing by the king Parikshit, in the course of his conquest of the four quarters, the spirit of the Kali age, in a living form like a wretch, sought the king for protection. The king, who, like a black bee, took the essence of things, thought with himself, he certainly does not deserve to be killed by me, for in the Kali age one fully secures through the mere chanting of the names and glory of Sri Krishna, the ruler even of Brahma and Lord Shiva, the fruit which cannot be attained through ascesis, concentration of mind, or even through deep meditation. Therefore,